Good morning. Hey everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, thank you to everybody who came to the live this morning or to the premiere. That was girl. That video was hilarious. I mean, Liv, you did that, okay? girl, you are funny without even being funny. Like you just be yourself. Put that camera in your grill and just start talking, and that's good enough. That's good enough for me. All the play and the all the theater that you like to put on, girl, you don't have to do any of that. Don't even bother. Girl, just be you, do you, boo boo. And girl, we love it. Go back to that, and girl, not only will you have you'll get some more subscribers, but girl, you're going to get a one-way ticket to the insane asylum, because girl, you are certified cuckoo. You are cuckoo. Do you understand me? You are where you are honest. Okay? Period. Happy Monday, guys. Good morning. Guys, it's Monday. It's members and mods. I think I made it members and mods today. I think, is it members and mods up in here right now? Good morning, guys. And so it's Monday, it's members and mods. You guys know this. If you want to be in the chat, please go ahead, hit the join button. I'll put up a poll in a second. I guess let me think of what we want to ask questions about. Let's talk a little bit about everything. Because so much has happened. Strong Mommy Chrissy put up a short where clearly you could tell she had been crying. Jasmine has been acting like a complete and total ass. She got herself good and pissed off on Friday. She had herself, you know how you got that one friend or family member that always finds a way to put their damn foot in their mouth? Jasmine, Chris is on his day off. You guys saw it. I put the video up. Didn't we talk about this yesterday? And Jasmine was feeling herself, and she wants to proceed to tell her man how she trapped him, which is something you never want to do. But I'm just going to go on a reach here, and you guys can say it's not racial specific. You don't tell a black man how you bamboozled him. Don't do that, girl. Don't do that. Don't smell yourself to the point that you wreck yourself. Okay, can I get a witness? Because you're going to find yourself by yourself. And dinner's going to be canceled. He's going to go play basketball and Dick Dash the weekend away. And you're going to be popping them antidepressants, period, and talking to Tuna Fish on the phone the whole weekend. And that's on period, okay? These girls are so dumb. These girls are really dumb. For some people who think that they are some players, you would think that you wouldn't need to take advice from an old broad like me, huh? I'm thinking to myself, y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb to the dumb, dumb, dumb. Like, seriously. I only reason why y'all had men and to begin with is because y'all were spreading that fillet. Okay? That's the only reason. And now that you guys are in your 30s and there's better looking women and they are even freakier this decade, because these girls are freaky, okay? These young ones, and a 30-year-old man can get a damn 21-year-old in 2 seconds, okay? Even hipster, because there's some real dummies out here. There's some Ileana Browns. There's a bunch of them. There's young Olivia out here right now who just wants some meat. Okay, girl. They look better. They're freakier, and they may have a little job and don't care. All right. Period. So to the mothers, keep your daughters close. Be very careful what internet you let them engage in. We'll talk about that another place and time, but you got to limit the exposure. We have very few on the TVs that run through our house. We have very few channels available. Almost like I put the channels I want to have up and out, but as far as like the full load of cable, I'm the only one with the app. My husband doesn't even watch cable like that, but I have the full Spectrum app. The individual like Disney Plus, Netflix, set to a certain, her usage of where she's set to be able to watch. Yeah, because if you put on stars and things like that, you're going to see some things you don't necessarily want kids stumbling on, right? So I limit that. Forget it. Like there's only certain channels available and kids are going to find certain things, but these kids are growing up very sexually open and aware of a lot of shit that stuff was whispered about and we didn't even know about. So the fact that Jasmine and Olivia think that they're hot shit, girl, are you kidding me? You guys are lamer of the lame, not to mention you guys look awful. Period. You guys look like a bunch of tired moms. Period. Like you girl like uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. You guys are on the tired minivan. You guys are driving minivans. It's over. It's over. You guys, cool's gone. Okay. You guys should have been wifed up by now and in some serious relationships happy. But since you guys have chosen this bullshit, and you too, Chrissy, I'm not forgetting you, and Keisha. I wish I could show this picture. I need to try to load it while we're talking. Um, y'all, Keisha, when she was on vacay with some people, when she was over at her rated X vacation in Antigua and Barbuda, she girl, there is a point where she's at the beach with the people, with the little cute couple, and you can see she's got a pooch. Now she might say, "You guys are body shaming my diastasis directi." Well, whatevs, okay? We don't know, but we're definitely gonna talk about it, okay? Let me see if I can get that loaded up real quick while I'm talking. But anyway, yeah, these girls are washed up and tired. I'm not trying to be mean, but 30 used to still kind of be sexy, and it still is. It still is and can be, but this version of 30, bitch, boo, bye. That's it. Yeah, that's not. They have taken 30 and threw it right in the trash. Okay, they have trashed it. So the outlook, yeah, the outlook is not good. These girls are washed up and tired. Okay, period. Um, all right. So yeah, Olivia, let's talk about that for a minute. Well, I guess let me say hello to everybody. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning in the bushes. Hit the like button for me. Lanice, good morning, hun. Members, mods, good morning. Good morning, Latoy, Ivy, Latoy, Pineapples. Guys, it was not your imagination. I think when I was on this computer, I set up the live. I was trying to go really quick. I waited too long and I was trying to load the link to this video and I sent you right over to Jasmine's, girl. But that's okay. I mean, girl, Jasmine has been kicking in that AdSense. So if I can do a favor every blue moon, hey, why not? So I put the wrong link. And that's no surprise that I have a link for Jasmine's video because guess what? I do reactions on it. Unlike when they troll and they pretend that they're not over here. Yeah, I mean, I don't pretend. Like at the end of the day, it's like my bad, whatever. But yeah, good morning, good morning. Thank you for everyone who came to this live. Good morning. I'm so glad that you guys are here because this is going to be so much fun. We're going to just get caught up on all of the silly shenanigans of these washed up moms on the YouTube street that have allowed themselves to entertain the bullshit for far too long and are in the process of losing their looks, losing their mind, and girl, these channels are in dire straits. Okay, Olivia has almost 100,000 subscribers, and girl, those views aren't matching up. Thanks for going ahead and revealing it because it was going to come out anyway. Um, yes, you've got people who have 10K subscribers who get about the same views that you do. So Olivia, you got lots of work to do. You have done a good job at trashing your channel and get a fraction. I mean, I remember when I first started watching Olivia at the height of her and Chrissy going at it. And I mean, these two used to, I mean, it would be 40, 50,000. These guys were making some money. So when Chrissy said that she was making money once upon a time, I definitely believe that she was. And Olivia made some money too. I think, remember Gerard talked about the month. I think maybe Olivia got like a $10,000 check. I don't know if she made that consecutively for a little bit when she bought that Mercedes and stuff like that, but she was making a little bit of change. She was, she was making according to her channel and getting decent views. This girl is getting just above the reactors now. Like, okay, let's be real. And that's why they're so pissed. That's why they're so mad. You know what I'm saying? Period. Miss True, good morning, hon. How are you? How are you? Pineapples, good morning. Thank you for being there this morning. Lanice, Boo Boo. Guys, don't forget to check out Lanice TV. Okay. She has such a fun channel. Make sure I already know you guys are over there at Pine. You guys are over there at Lanice. You guys are over here at Kitten Zombie. Kitten Zombie was keeping us all up in the know. If you're not subscribed to Gerard or Nisha, y'all, if you were not, I didn't post any of that stuff, but Kitten has a lot of that covered. If you have missed Gerard and Antonisha touching base in Jamaica with a group of friends, like I was talking about that with my husband last night. I said, it's so nice to see not even just Gerard with another woman. It's not really about that for me. If he was happy with Olivia and they were able to make it work, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I just hate to see a man who's really trying for you and loves you be done the wrong way. That was my thing. I don't care who Gerard is with. It doesn't matter to me. The bottom line, though, it's interesting and it's fun to see that this man actually has friends. I don't know if it's his friend group or Antonisha's friend group, but they have a very strong friend group that they travel with, do stuff with, enjoy life, go have experiences. And he was barely getting out the house when he was with Olivia. Olivia didn't want to go anywhere. She had a broke mindset. She was very much like welfare and doing welfare and food stamp hauls and all of the things. Like Olivia has, I don't know what her aspirations were. And it was very much like giving public assistance. And I'm just happy in my lifestyle right here. And I don't want to do anything. And you can think what you want about that, but the mentality of someone who doesn't really want anything and you are okay with what you have, there's nothing wrong with that. But it is nice to see that a man who shows up and works hard for his family and has taken ownership of the care of the kids because the mother is fugazi can actually get on a plane and go somewhere different, see how other people live, enjoy a nice resort, eat well, have some drinks, have a good time with friends and family, whoever the friend group is, and get back to real life, which is being a dad and taking care of your kids and wifing up your girlfriend and getting rid of about 350 pounds of useless dead weight that wants to live ratchet. Period. Like there's nothing wrong with that. If Olivia wants to live ratchet, let her. Let her. But there, obviously there was another plan out here, and this man has been able to elevate in a major way. And if you don't watch out, we're going to be watching Chris do the same thing. I guarantee you. Because even though Jasmine doesn't spend a lot of time emasculating Chris, at certain times when she is feeling herself, girl, you on a live stream telling your man how you trapped him was not a good idea. That was very stupid. Because if I were watching you and that was my brother or my cousin, I would be on the phone with him like, tell that bitch to run that back and explain it. Like what do you you know what I'm saying? Like you would have some explaining to do, especially when I come over the next time. Because I would like to know why you're trying to clown my brother or clown my cousin on live stream. Okay? Like that, make it make sense, please. Like she starts feeling herself, and I don't think that she was necessarily trying to put Chris down. I think she was trying to low-key give herself a little pat on the back, and it wasn't cute. Hey Della, good morning. Hey, Marissa. I think I saw you, Marissa. Hey, Della. Good morning, hun. Good morning, Marissa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, if you're not following Marissa, which I'm sure you are, if you're here, definitely in this chat, I know you know where Marissa's channel is. Marissa has been covering lots of things, but definitely a good live yesterday. I was in the bushes for a little bit. I had to handle some things here in the house, so I didn't get to finish it all. But definitely, girl, strong mommy Chrissy, girl, I don't know what this woman is doing, but like I said, she posted a short yesterday, and you could tell she had been doing the ugly cry, and I get it. But at the end of the day, all of these people who want to live up front of everybody. See, the funny thing to me, and I'm just gonna say this, the funny thing to me, when people start to, flip the script and they want to like revert it back to me or what I'm doing or what I got going on, at the end of the day, it's just to take the argument off of the argument. At the end of the day, anything can happen to anyone, right? But you're less likely to see it happen to me because number one, I haven't put a price tag of my whole entire personal life for sale on the internet. Like I just haven't. Um, and I live a certain type of way. I live within my means. I have a budget every month. I save money. You know what I'm saying? Like my talk and my walk match up, right? We work, okay? We don't just work as needed. We don't just work to pay bills. We work because number one, we enjoy it. Okay, we're some working ass individuals over here, and we enjoying the fruits of our labor, and I enjoy not having my phone ring off the hook with people calling me, telling me that I owe them something. Okay. Um, but damn Chrissy, on the other hand, is so shady and shisty. This woman is a piece of work. And if she were to come to try to rent a piece of property from you, you better run. Okay. Um, Yes, but you know what? At least with that being said, Cardi B has the cost to pay the boss. You know what I'm saying? She's got the cost to be the boss rather. So she can do that. Cardi B has earned the right to be arrogant because this woman went from having nothing, sleeping in people's homes, to going and jumping on a stripper pole and twerkulating to get a name for herself, to get her on something called Love and Hip Hop, and then twerkulating that to a single, and then backing that thing up and spreading that fillet to get herself a nice, rich husband who is influential in the music industry, and then hit another couple of really good singles to where she's that bitch, okay, and has a room full of exotic Birkins, and has a vault of handbags that could choke somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like Chrissy, girl, Chrissy could only wish. He's in Montego Bay. You got engaged in Montego Bay. Well, honestly, see, this is what I say, and I've been saying this all along. Nisha deserves to be wifed up the right way. Okay, that's number one. And being wifed up the right way is not getting engaged while the man is still married to somebody else. So if Gerard is single and his paperwork is filed, don't let anyone have the opportunity. It doesn't matter what people say, but at the end of the day, get engaged the right way. Let your man be single. Okay, that's number one. Number two, earn the title. And she has been. She's been a great support. She's been an excellent partner. All of those things. I would not let anyone put wife on me until I am actually that. I would enjoy being a girlfriend, period. I would enjoy it. Enjoy the courtship, because once you become wife and you have your actual true stepchildren living with you and all of those things, let them ease into it nice and slow, because keep in mind also there's three young children who are going through a very, very, very tough transition here. And no matter how much you guys feel about Olivia, there are three kids that actually really love their mother and probably are feeling a way that they don't get to see her every day. There's a 3-year-old that is with a whole nother lady now. So they need to really be respectful and mindful that these kids are really going through a transition and their mother is fucking crazy. And I'm sure we have not even seen the half of what these kids are going through. So I know we want to see the love story and it's so fun and all of those things. But at the end of the day, I just don't, I think that it needs to be very respectful and slow it down. Because even though we're watching this as a TV show, this is really, really real for a lot of people, specifically those little kids. And Olivia, we don't know how she's going to react. And it doesn't matter. But if I were Gerard, I would do it nice and peacefully after he's tucked those kids in, when he gets them back home to his house, after he has signed off on those papers and he is free and clear, a single man in the eyes of the law, and can do that damn thing without anybody saying, and that's my husband. Oh, you got engaged while that was my husband? No. This Antonisha, honestly, it's not to say she's been through so much, but behind the scenes, I'm sure she's been through a lot dealing with this guy. And if she loves him the way she, it appears that she does, and he loves her, do it the right way. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of us are in the trouble that we're in, or a lot of us see the trouble that we do because people want to speedball. Slow down just a little bit, slow down. Okay. And do it the right way, because you will never regret that. Just slow it down. Everything doesn't have to be a race to the finish, or a race to the punchline, and someone's trying to take, no one can take from you what's for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I don't agree. Like, Nisha can be there. They live together. They're having a life. It's fun. Let her be sexy girlfriend support system until he is ready to put that ring on her finger. If he does it this weekend, good for him. But at the end of the day, I think that they're probably there for another wedding or something else. It seems like they like to do these destination things. If you remember, they went to Las Vegas not too long ago. I don't know if it was the same group of people, but maybe that was the engagement, right? Or something. Maybe that was the bachelorette weekend. I don't know. Maybe this is the destination wedding. Who knows? It's going to be fun to sit and watch. Maybe it's just vacation, but it seems like there's a narrative to this friend group, and I don't know if they just like to all travel together, or if this is something like that. But I feel like I saw something of a engagement bachelorette type nature. I think, was I mistaken with that? Um so maybe it's possible this is going to be some sort of a destination wedding. I don't know. I'm just guessing like the rest of you guys. But if you guys know something, drop it down in the comments. I wouldn't live with a married man either. Now, she lives with a married man. That's her business. He is definitely legally separated. However, I would not get engaged. I would just want him to finish signing off on his papers, because the dialogue around it is going to be this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Once that paper is signed, and I'll tell you from my own personal experience, once the paper is signed, and you can read between the lines on that, once the papers are signed, then we can make some other decisions. But like, being engaged to someone who is not really legally able to get married, it's just not cute. So I would say, just like when Chrissy got engaged to Strangler Bay, weren't people still saying, how can you get engaged when you're still married? Nobody knew whether she was still married to DeMarcus or not, because Chrissy tells what she wants to tell and doesn't tell what she doesn't. So you know what I'm saying? Um My grandparents were split up for 50 years and lived in two separate cities. They never divorced. Okay. And maybe had their own lives, dated people, didn't date people, whatever the case might be. Um, and that's fine. I mean, that if that's what they wanted to do. Now, if somebody got in, deep in with Grandpa Joe, and Grandpa Joe was never going to be in a position to marry um, you know, Miss Loretta, well, that's Miss Loretta's problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that he's legally married to another woman in another state. That's just just have fun. Just have fun because it's never going to be anything because the man can't do anything. You see what I'm saying? Um, I think Gerard has all intentions to marry Antonisha, but I think at 30 something years old, maybe she's 36, she could be almost 37 now. I think that I think she's wise enough to know wait until that paperwork is signed because then he's legally able to make maneuvers. Because the engagement will forever be sullied. The engagement can always be talked about and criticized. The minute that he signs that paper, I promise you it's going to be so it's going to be a lot sweeter to be able to know that you can go to the courthouse the next day rather than someone continuing to try to drag their feet to make your life miserable. This divorce has been carrying out for like over a year, maybe almost 2 years now. Why? You know what I'm so it's kind of like I would just at this point after 2 years I would just wait till the paperwork. Just give me my ring when you're the paperwork's signed. Um, yes, M. Jones. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm assuming people with morals and values. I know times have changed. Yeah, I mean, look, everybody has different morals and values, right? To me, I lived with my husband before we got married, and I have morals and values too. I'm not saying that you're saying I don't, but what I'm saying is this: you have to kind of check your own, do your own pulse check, and where I'm coming from as a woman who got married and had a child at 40, um, it's just a whole different situation. I had a very different view on things. Some of my friends who got married at 20, 21, 22, 27, 30, the outlook was different for them too. You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of has their own pace. And Antonisha, is being a woman in her middle 30s and is in love with a man who's got a situation going on, she is a definite prize to want to stick it out. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, if Antonisha was our friend, would have told her some different things. Now you see the friends may be like, Gerard is so cool. He's such a nice guy. He's humble. He's doing the things. I think that the friend and family group around Antonisha is so strong. Gerard knows that he has to come with his A game, period. Because they are serious about Antonisha. I don't think that there is anybody who is playing with her and him and I think that it's that age old adage of when someone makes you feel like you want to do better for them. And I think that Gerard was doing his best for Olivia, but she didn't appreciate it. And he engaged in the foolishness with her. But I think having this woman who has really changed some things for him, it's allowed him the space and opportunity to be a better man, to do things that maybe he may not have done had he stuck it out with Olivia. You know what I'm saying? And now he's getting to go places that he'd never been before. Like when he said, this is beautiful. I've never even been anywhere. He's very, very humble. And I think he's humbled by what he has been able to accomplish in just the last year of taking ownership of his kids, doing, how God will multiply your money and be able to help you do things and pay for things that you didn't even think that you could do before, having attorneys in 2 states and taking ownership of releasing yourself from a relationship. This guy is doing his damn thing and he's being blessed for it. So I think just slow down and wife her up the right way. She's not going anywhere. You two live together. Don't speedball it. When you can take her to the tallest building in Dallas and be able to give her a beautiful view while you're down on one knee and you are single, that's going to say a lot. That's going to shut something all the way down. Like Olivia, of course, will have something to say, but who cares? Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I just think that there's something to be said for going down on one knee and asking someone to marry you when you are actually able to do so. Um, okay, Latoya, yes, honestly, so you would have been looking at her with the side eye. But knowing what they know, Gerard is a good guy. He's very humble, he's hardworking, and he's doing the right thing. And clearly, Antonisha loves him, and it's a love story going on there. And I know everybody wants to see that, but just give them a minute and some space and opportunity to let that happen and do it to where this can be a marriage to last for a lifetime rather than some foolishness that people can pick at and poke and prod and penetrate. Not on Olivia's time. Olivia is the one who is the show. These people are just kind of letting us see in the side window. Olivia is the one on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that people need to be looking and laughing at. Oh, he's completely upgraded his whole entire situation. He's able to deal with his family and enjoy his family. We saw all that last year. Now he's in with Antonisha's friends or their friends, and it's just very adult and grown and sexy, and it's nice to see. Meanwhile, Olivia is back in the bathroom and up with her shenanigans. If you guys did not see the video this morning, go and watch it. I premiered a video, I did a reaction to We Broke Up. Olivia is either off her medicine or damn drank a complete bottle of Himador, and she is over here fabricating stories about breaking up with Mr. Fictitious. And I'm trying to figure out, girl, what in the world is going on with you? Why are we doing this? So she's talking about her and Mr. Fictitious broke up. This girl is sitting here talking to us about nothing. Like literally, she is trying to make it make sense that she's told us for not almost a year, probably 9 to 10 months now since the pregnancy became known, that she was dealing with someone off to the side when she was still with Zolo. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the guy was MIA for the birth of the child. He did not provide one stick of furniture for this baby because she said he had to have things at his house. And meanwhile, he broke up with her. She said he was going away. He was joining the military. She said instead of joining the military, he ended up moving 3 hours away. But they're still together. Like Olivia, the list of things that you have said about this man, you have to understand why nobody believes you and why you look very stupid. Because if this guy is real, you are just about as dumb as Jasmine. Okay. And we know that he's not real, and you're just trying to make up for the fact of Zolo bands. Now, why does it make sense? Why does she need to lie about Zolo? And I've said this numerous times, and you guys can follow, not follow, think I'm silly or not. At the end of the day, Olivia told a lie about Zolo being her coworker. Well, I was talking to a friend that, well, people sleep with coworkers all the time. Well, people don't go under oath to a judge to tell them that someone is a coworker who is a convicted felon and who has papers filed on them on some vile things, right? Now, whether those papers are authentic or not, we're not here to debate that, dispute that. I do not care about what this person has or has not. It's not relevant to me. But to the father of 3 children who doesn't want their kids in the company of someone that they think is questionable, when you lie to the court and say that you're really not dealing with this person is not in your life, and you never had anything to do with this person, and you're also in family court deciding custody, it does make a difference when you lie to the court to say someone is a coworker versus a bedmate, a boyfriend or girlfriend, and or someone just impregnated me. Okay, I think it makes a difference. I'm not a lawyer, but I would think if you're under oath and you're submitting documents stating that this person has no access to your children truly, and they are not a boyfriend, they're not anything, I think that that's a problem. So I think that because the custody is still debatable, or that there's still not maybe a permanent order in place, she probably has to tread very lightly about certain things as it comes to the paternity. Now, did Gerard have to take a paternity test to release himself or some affidavit signed of AJ? I'm sure. If he put her on child support and he has custody of Robin has a different last name. That's a whole nother story. But there were some shenanigans in California where Olivia thought that not giving his name would make a difference. It did not. But for the court to give him custody of a child that's not his is not probable. So clearly, I'm sure DNA had to have been done on all 3 children. even though they were married, the children were not all born within the confines of a marriage. So the assumption of paternity is not, I don't want to say it's not relevant, but the kids were not born under marriage. So the assumption of paternity is because he signed the birth certificates, but I would not be surprised if the court made him do paternity tests, since this is family court going on for over a couple of years now. Um but I'm sure Olivia is trying to maintain a lie, and that is why she can't. Yeah, not only because she's ashamed, on the YouTube streets, but I think also it has something to do with the court. So I don't know. Anyway, at the end of the day, um Olivia does not want to tell this. So she goes live, or does a video rather, where she is just talking her ass off about this whole thing. And I would say go watch it. It was very funny. We enjoyed ourselves this morning watching the video and the shenanigans. I think she'd either had a couple of sips of something or something, because homegirl was on one, and I just don't get it. But anyway, that's what was going on with her. But yeah, back to so that was going on with Olivia. Gerard's in Jamaica, all of those things. And then we talked about Jasmine a little bit. Jasmine was fooling around, trying to be cute and talking sideways to Chris, and I think she messed up. So, it's possible that when she showed back up later and was mad because she was going to pick stuff up, and she was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel movie night. I don't know. I don't know if Chris kind of was like, what did you say? Run that back. I don't know. But these two are very silly women, and they run their mouth way too much to their men. And I think that they believe that they have a lot more pull than they do. And you can only punk someone for so long. You know what I mean? And also, to top it off, who wants to punk their man? Like, why would you even want to be in a position where that's what you're doing? That's not cute. Like, if you want to sit there and be disrespectful to your man, that's not cute. That's not cute at all. That's not the way to win favor and have someone fall deeper in love with you, by treating them that way. That is not it at all. She's going to take a break now. Hips probably got in that. He needs to. He needed to, Ivy. I actually think so. I think that he got all the way up in her butt when he realized, because Chris is not smart, but when Chris realized what she was saying, because she kept trying to stress her point, I think he got up in her ass, and I think she needs to understand, Jasmine, you are lucky to have the man that you do, and it's not because Chris is some damn prize, but he is certainly not Philip. He's not an ex-convict felon, and he's over here trying to help you pay bills and take care of you, and your ass is thinking you're cute because you got some sausage laying in the bed next to you every night. Girl, don't you know he can go? Don't you know you helped him get that F-150 4x4, and some chicks get their panties wet just because he has his own vehicle? Don't you know that there's thirst pockets out here? Don't you remember before you had 5 kids and Plan Bs were on deck like Tic Tacs? You don't remember that? You don't remember? Okay. Who is Cookie? Okay, yeah, we saw that. We talked about that. Yeah. Girl, we're off Olivia. Francine the payroll draw a new reactor. Okay, very good. Um, let's see. We talked about that already. I think we talked about that. We read that last week. Walk by faith, not by sight. Where were you? We talked about that. Did we not talk about that on Friday or Thursday? I did a whole hour on Olivia, and we read those documents. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But we don't. I hate to be crass about it, but we don't do promo for other channels, because I don't know if anyone's doing any promo for me. But girl, I no. I'm sorry. And shouts out to anybody new doing their damn thing out here. Very good. But we talked about that last week. Okay. Moving right along. But yeah, back to Jasmine. We covered that yesterday. So if you did not see that, go ahead and check that out. But let's take a look at this, guys, really quick. I don't know if you saw this, and maybe you did, but I would really like to talk about it. So give me just a second to pull this up. Um, okay, let's take a look at this very quickly. And then I want to show you guys something else if I can get it uploaded. Well, you know what? I can just go to the video. I forgot about that. All right, here we go.
Day all at the same time. This has been a day of perfect. It's like a mixture, a combination of beautiful fucked upness, where it's not perfect, it's not going good, but at the same time, everything's going my way. And I feel like that's a metaphor for my life. Like, it's not gonna always go your way, and it's not always gonna be perfect, and you're gonna have those days and weeks and months where you're like, throw the whole month away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to still appreciate the things that are going your way. You know what I'm saying? There's
Me, when I was
Oops.
You know what?
When I was invited.
You know what? I have had the most.
Me, when.
You know
Oh my
what?
God.
I
Hold
have
on.
had the most.
Me, when.
You know what? I have had.
Let me leave that right there.
The most fucked up day, yet the most amazing day, all at the same time. This has been a day of perfect. It's like a mixture, a combination of beautiful fucked upness, where it's not perfect, it's not going good, but at the same time, everything's going my way. And I feel like that's a metaphor.
Okay. First of all, Chrissy, you look crazy. All right. That's number one. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay. First of all, Chrissy, you look crazy. That's number one. You look absolutely nuts. And no worries, walk by faith, not by sight. It's fine. No worries. I can't take these mummies seriously. Girl, it's a mess. Um Chrissy looks like a throwback to a 90s hair video. Like a hair band like Motley Crue, damn Quiet Riot. She looks like she's in damn girl. It's giving 90s hair and 90s
Me, when
sunglasses.
You know what? I have had
girl,
the most
fucked
up day, yet the most amazing day, all at the same time.
What eviction court and reckoning
a day
with your foolishness all at once.
Perfect. It's like a mixture, a combination of beautiful fucked upness, where it's not perfect, it's not going good, but at the same time, everything's going my way. And I feel like that's a metaphor for my life.
Okay. So she's having a bad day. First of all, she sounds very nasally, which could be indicative that Chrissy was in the car doing the ugly cry that she used to do. When everything was going bad. To me, this is Chrissy has been crying. I don't know, but I mean, I would have been crying had I had the day that she had, but only she can tell that story. And I don't know why she would come to her audience to tell them about this and not tell them what's really going on. But she likes to keep and hold her secrets. And girl, go right on ahead. Let me just leave this alone. I just don't like the way it's sitting, but whatever. Anyway, she says it's been the worst day but the best day all at once, and everything is going her way. It's just really sad that this is someone who thinks it's okay to publicize something so deplorable. At the end of the day, you signed a contract to lease a place. And anyone who thinks that I'm wrong for saying this, I don't care and I don't really want to know you anyway. The bottom line is if you owned a property and someone came to stay their ass and shit in your toilet and put food in your refrigerator and park in your damn driveway and decided to not pay you what they owe you, you would be pissed. Okay? And the fact that she thinks that it is okay to do this to someone who is providing you housing and leased you a place when you don't have the credit, when you had to leave one city to go to another city to find a place, and now you diverted money. Clearly, you're not paying. And that's why you are in eviction court, because you did not pay, whatever reason, you did not pay your rent. And somehow she found some sort of technicality, because if we know anything, we know that Strong Mommy Chrissy has experience in eviction court. Now, if she has all the experience with the loopholes, obviously, I don't know. But clearly, this is a woman who has some sort of experience with around an eviction court and knows her way around of what to say, what not to say. And she should be ashamed of herself as a woman in her 30s conducting herself in such a manner. It's not cute. It's ratchet as fuck. And I don't know who can get with that. If you guys out here think that girl Milli Vanilli, okay, period. Nails, yesterday. Yeah, it's well, the nails mean nothing. She could have did those herself. And I don't know. If she's going to divert money away from rent, where else would you spend it? On yourself, right? Doing a nail spa days. The fact that you're in eviction court and you're posting up videos about doing your kids' nails and birthday parties and all of this stuff makes you look absolutely ridiculous. It just makes you look silly. And it's just not it's not cute. So it's not cute. And landlords need some love too, and landlords need their money. Every house is not being managed or rented by by Open Door. Okay, rental property is income for the landlords, absolutely. So just imagine any of you single dolls out here who bought a townhouse and now you get wifed up by Prince Charming, and he's like, you know what, let's go ahead and Airbnb, or let's go ahead and rent the house out. The market's soft or whatever. We need to do some renovations, but maybe we can do some quick fixes and make this look nice for someone to move into. And then when we're really ready to update the kitchen, do this, that, and the third, we'll sell it or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you're relying on this because you're not rich people. You're relying on that money to pay the mortgage and then to have a little bit to the side so that if something does happen, you can send the HVAC guy over there so that people don't not have to have air, all those things. And then your tenant decides to not pay rent. Marissa did a video yesterday, and no, it's not squatting. Squatting is without benefit of a lease or anything. Squatting is if you have an empty property and somebody walks in and decides to just stay there. This woman is being evicted because she has a leased property. She is renting a house. Squatting in a house is someone who is there without benefit of any paperwork and has laid residency in your house, but they will still be evicted. Squatting is one thing. She's renting a home. You can say she's squatting because she's not paying, but she's not squatting. She has a lease. She's in violation and probably non-payment of her lease, but she has gotten some sort of an abatement loophole. And maybe she found some sort of problem and called the landlord. This is me just talking. I don't know if this is what happened or not. And stated there was a problem and they decided to not fix it or drug their feet to come fix it. And she's saying that that's the reason why she hasn't paid. And in Texas, you do have an abatement period, or you can claim abatement, which is when you divert money because you had to, for whatever reason, because the repairs are not being done. So if the plumbing has been affected and you need to go get a hotel, you may be abating your rent because you had to divert that money to a hotel rather than pay your rent because there's non-flushable toilets or the water wasn't working and the pipes, that's not your responsibility if that's not your home, right? So we don't really know what the reason was, but remember, Chrissy very much didn't want to tell anything because she knew she was going to court, like I said, a week and a half ago, and she wasn't going to tell too much because she's trying to cook up something of her defense. And that's what she's doing. This woman is shady and shisty. And I'm sorry, you guys out here who get mad because people say something about Strong Mommy Chrissy, I don't give two fucks. I don't know this woman. She might be as sweet as pie, but at the end of the day, this woman is putting herself and her finances and her reputation on Front Street to be judged. And I'm going to talk about it. I have a channel that I do commentary on mommies that I think need some talking about. And that's what I do. And if you don't like it, too bad. But when someone is out here selling their life for coin and you are on here trying to normalize foolishness and fuckery and unprofessionalism and trifling ass momming, I'm going to talk about it. I am not the best mother, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing no fucked up ass shit like this because some of y'all own rental properties and would be highly upset if this woman moved 10 people into a house, flushing those toilets nonstop, laying in the beds, running around on the carpets, jumping up and down the stairs, doing all the things, and you got to come in and clean up after that mess, and they haven't paid their rent, and I had to get a lawyer, and I had to evict you. I would be pissed. I would be mad. No, it's not my house. Look, Fran, you're acting like this is your house. You know what? The next house might be your house. Okay? Okay? So if you're having the best day ever, good for you. Good for you and your trifling ass. I'm sorry. All of you people out there who's like, strong mommy Chrissy, she's a queen. Bullshit. Queen of trash. Okay? Queen of evictions. Queen of poor finances. Queen of lack of judgment. Queen of just saying queen. Okay? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. The fact that a woman in her 30s with 9 children would think that this is cute, and then you got a whole posse of people co-signing this low-life living, girl, please.
It's
spare
not
me the
gonna
bullshit.
always go your way, and it's not always gonna be perfect, and you're gonna have those
It's
days
going
and
your
weeks and
way
months
when
where
you
like,
still have a roof over your head because you are using your children to say, I have 9 children. I don't have a job. I'm sitting here with a fugazi ass, silly ass bonnet on my head. So I put a sticker over it. I don't know if she has a damn Tony the Tiger helm, damn Tony the Tiger bonnet on her head or something, but she looks crazy AF. And the fact that you would even go live on this,
throw the whole month away. You know what I
that's
mean?
your
But
problem.
at the
You
same
decided for 2 years to deal with a guy called on the YouTube streets Strangler Bay. You decided to deal with a guy who apparently has some sort of drinking problem. You decided to live with someone who's got anger problems. You decided that having a dick in your bed was more important than focusing on what was right because you said, I decided to put my heart and my vagina on the back burner. You said things like that. You got on live stream with old slow ass radio talking about, I have a wonderful relationship with God, but I have a better relationship with dick. I mean, girl, you have been single focused on sausage pretty much probably since say go out of high school. And now all of a sudden you decide to be teaching morality lessons on this internet. Are you kidding me? And save it. Anybody who wants to come to my oh, Fran, you were harsh. It's okay. Yes. Because it's Monday and people need to stop lying out here. People need to stop saying, oh, little tank. Bless your little pointy head. Girl, she's okay. She has 9 children. This is a woman who is 30 something years old who is still thinking that it's a good idea to cheat people out of their money. Let that be your daughter and her tenant. You'll be ready to go put Vaseline and your sneakers on to go whoop some ass outside the house. You'll be pissed when you got to write a check to help pay a mortgage because baby girl can't pay her mortgage. She just moved in with her fiance and her tenant is ratchet and not paying their rent. You and your husband will be pissed. You and Mike will be pissed. And you're going to go over there and see what the problem is. But because it's strong mommy Chrissy, you can't say nothing. Give me a break. It is what it is. This woman has gotten to where she is on this internet on being ratchet. Don't you understand that this is her shtick? Don't you understand that this is her platform? She's not on here on some Martha Stewart. She's sitting up here putting that video up the other day of the birthday for the boys, and she's sitting over there frosting cupcakes and putting up bouncy houses and all of these things. Meanwhile, it's like, damn. Do you think people want to see a birthday party when we're supposed to probably be watching a packing party right now? Shouldn't you be packing up some boxes? Shouldn't you be getting ready to flee the area? Probably because she's got 9 kids. She may have limited funds, and she still maybe hasn't found anywhere to go yet. And she has to do it by herself. The last time she had to do it, Blaze and Onyx were still babies. You know, Blaze was maybe what, 2 or 3? If he just turned 4 or 5, he was 2 or 3 when she left Las Vegas. How she did it, I don't know. How she did it with whatever vehicle she had and baby getting from Las Vegas to Houston, I have no idea. I have no idea. But she has to pack up all these kids, all their clothes, figure out the furniture, put stuff in pods. Maybe she's putting everything, packing up pods right now and have the pods shipped, which is not cheap. Because I used pods for part of our move, and just having it come across town cost money. I can only imagine, depending on how far it is. Oh, she's missing nails. Well, that doesn't surprise me. She's, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Just pop the other 2 off or cut them off. It won't come off. Yeah, I have no sympathy. Only empathy I feel is for these children. But you know, that which does not kill you makes you stronger. And I think that these kids are going to be able to look back and know that when you have young people who are going to probably be buying homes at early ages because they are so traumatized by having to move all the time, hopefully her kids will come out better, and not bitter. Let's put it like that. Let's hope and pray for the children that they are better and not bitter because mommy was with the foolishness. Okay. She pays for pods, but not the rent. Girl, make it make sense for me. I don't know. I would imagine a lot of her furniture may be rented. In the back of her mind, if she knew she wasn't staying there, why not rent the furniture? Okay. But I don't know. I don't know. You guys have to make it make sense. I can't. We sold my house. Well, I say my house. We sold the house that my parents lived in. My parents moved to the city where I was born. Shout out to Once Upon a Twin Mom Life. We were born in the same hospital. My parents moved there about a year and a half before I was born, and we sold the house maybe 6 months after my father died, and that was almost 5 years ago. So I had a place that I called home, and my house, my room, my things were in that place for over 40 years. It's a place that when I go home this summer, that I'm going to drive, is as weird or as awkward as you might think it is. We will drive by, probably stop for a minute, and I'll look, and a couple of tears will roll down the side of my eye, because when I look in those windows, or I look at the driveway, or I look at the trees or the bushes or anything, it's going to remind me they all have a memory. Okay. And everybody is not going to have that. But the fact that these kids, just have to be inconvenienced, okay? Just the inconvenience alone of having to pack a bag. It was so funny to me, because we have not been anywhere since the pandemic. We really haven't been we haven't been anywhere to pack a bag, right? Because we are going somewhere at some point. I don't want to tell too much because there's creeps on this internet. There's creeps. Okay. And we're going somewhere, and someone has, or and of me as the mom, I'm already like putting stuff to the side. Okay, this is what we're gonna take when we go here or there. Um, Homegirl, baby mini me, has already packed her suitcase. Homegirl is excited, and it's so sweet, and I'm so happy she's excited. But if you are moving and packing up your room again, and they just got it the way they like it, or they just feel comfortable, or the house is very quiet, let me tell you another thing. When we moved, you guys know I bought a house before Farah was even, Farah was out there somewhere in the universe's plan for me, but I didn't know that. And when we bought that house, when I bought the house and my husband and I got together, um, we lived there and we made Farrah there, right? You see, I don't know, I think the video is still published, but my husband was like, we made a lot of love here, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I'm getting corny, but I lived in that house for 14 years. And Farrah, that's the only house she ever knew. And she talked about that house. She still brings it up every now and again, but that's a one house. And we bought a nicer, bigger, quieter house, better neighbors, all of that thing, all of that. And she still talks about that house every blue moon. Like, I miss the old house. Okay. I'm telling you, kids have feelings. We all know this, right? And you can't think that when one or two get attached to a place that they're not going to miss that. I can't imagine the stress that this woman must have. She's talked about panic attacks. She's talked about a lot of things. No matter how much of a brave front she wants to put up, there is no way that she is not absorbing the disappointment and the hurt and the fear and the confusion and all of the things of 9 children throwing at her, because kids are relentless. Mom, when are we leaving? Mom, what are we doing? Mom, where's our new house? Mom, will I go to the same school? Da, 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 da. Where's my bed? Are we taking our things? The ones that have the awareness of the program, yeah, it's got to be a tremendous amount of stress and pressure. And I don't feel sorry for her because she did this to herself. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I wouldn't want it. I'm just, I don't even want to lay it on too hard for her. But the people that I'm laying it on is, don't fucking come in my comments about me being too hard on this woman. This woman is unconscionable. And if you see her coming to try to come rent something in your neighborhood, think twice. Think twice, because this lady, even though, yes, she needs a place to live and she doesn't deserve to not have a decent place to live, but she hasn't done anything to deserve having a decent place to live. And I would say, just on the strength of her children, should someone try to give her a chance, but her name is probably shit. And she probably can't tell nobody that she does the internet. How Jasmine wants to run around, tell people that she does social media. Meanwhile, you got CPS videos and My Shabby Life and everybody on your ass. Strong Mommy Chrissy, everything is a damn eviction ass, get your motherfucking hoe on, slorish type video commentary about you. I wouldn't want to tell anybody I do the internet. I'm just saying, like, I just wouldn't. But that's enough. And I'm gonna get up off of her. I think she's very silly. And I think it's time to level up. And I think that if you want to continue to throw around that you got 150,000 subscribers, and what? And in the words of Peyton Marie Charles, and what about it? Okay, what about it, sis? Like, we're not seeing those views all the time. We're gonna see the views on this, because this is the foolishness of what you make your coin on. But when you're sitting up there making sliced beef sandwiches with au jus and Munster cheese and whatever, nobody cares about that, Chrissy, clearly. And nobody cares about your wig slay videos. People tune in for the foolishness. When you look at your numbers, you know what they're watching. You're trying to change the optics. You're trying to change the brand. The brand is Struggle Mom. That's your brand. And if you are serious about changing your brand, you wouldn't have even bought that video to YouTube. You would have left that on Instagram, or just recorded it and threw it in the trash and never even posted it. You would have emerged in the new place looking fresh and back on your mom-ish. But because you low-key love the struggle mom life, you put this up with a bonnet on your head, looking fugazi and crazy, and backwards talking about that you're in the middle of eviction court right now and that you're going through a hard time, because that's how you know you make your coin. So go ahead. Stop complaining though. Stop complaining about people talking about you, because I give two fucks. I don't care, because I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about and I'm gonna express my opinion. You don't like it, too bad. You don't have to watch over here. I'm sure you're not subscribed, and whoever decides to drop it in your inbox, girl, go right on ahead. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me. Yes, we do have very special memories in the house. So yes, absolutely. And we're making new ones here. We've been here. October will be 3 years and I love it. I don't even think about the old house anymore. I just don't. Um, used to think about it. We used to drive down the old street here in Charlotte, and but the people cut the trees down. The people have painted the house. My husband said it looked like a devil dog, because they put white shutters. Um, it just, and then they painted it now completely. It's just awful. I don't like it. I don't even want to go down the block anymore. I won't. I haven't been down that street in over a year and I don't plan on it. I don't want to say I don't go to that side of town anymore, but I pretty much don't. And every time I go over there, I'm so glad we left when we did, because it was literally just about to make a turn and we got out while the market was still good. I don't know that today we probably could still get decent money for it. But the way that things have, it's not that the neighborhood's awful, but I'm just glad I don't live there anymore. I wouldn't be happy. So I'm so happy now where we're at. It's nice and quiet. People don't bother us. You don't hear any noise. It's very quiet, and we just love it. We love it, and it was truly a blessing. um and I honestly and truly wish that for everybody. If you are in a place right now and you are looking for a new house, and or hoping that next year you can move someplace better, quieter, more accommodating to your needs, I certainly hope that for you. And you just have to govern yourself accordingly. When you get ready to spend $1 out your pocket, just remember, like, do I need this, or should this go towards getting to the goal? You know what I'm saying? If you're doing things that are not getting you and advancing you to the goal and to get done what you need to get done, think about it before you do it. That's all I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes you can get lost in the sauce, and then all of a sudden, a month, a year, a decade has gone by, and you are sitting around feeling away because you haven't done what you needed to do. And that's no one's fault but your own. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We all have to take accountability for what we do and what we don't do. And unfortunately, there's some women on these YouTube streets. These aren't the only three. There's plenty. There is plenty to go around. But at the end of the day, you have to be conscious, and you've got to be woke, and you've got to be aware that no one's going to do it for you but you. And even you may have a spouse, you may have a partner in crime. At the end of the day, you have to make sure that you guys are trying to get to the same goal. Even if you guys have different ways of doing things, you have to continue to kind of move in the same direction and check in and talk and make sure what's going on is supposed to be going on. So it's really incumbent on you. Even when you have a wonderful husband, at the end of the day, you still got to make sure that you guys are on track with what's going on. Because, like, for instance, I may be the person that plans short term or long term. You know how, like, one person in the family is the one who plans, like, the vacations or plans the home improvement or whatever, but someone else is like thinking about retirement or college or what we're doing with this, that, and the third. Like when I was telling you guys, even just short term, Farrah's getting ready to graduate from elementary school and she wants me to get her this, that, and the third. And it was months ahead of time. It was like 2 months ahead of time. I know some of y'all out here shopping for stuff the weekend before, not me. I mean, I do that too. Trust me, I'm not perfect on everything. But when I know as a mom or a wife that I got to do something for someone in this house, it is a priority. Because why? Because that's how I show them that I love them, right? Sometimes I put them ahead of me because that's what a wife and a mother does, right? So, back to Strong Mommy Chrissy real quick on that. when you decide to not pay that rent check and you decide because it's some foolishness, because you decided to mess with some dude that people told you was no good and that you knew in your heart was no good and you knew didn't even meet the criteria of what you said you didn't want to date or said that you wanted to be with, girl, like she said, now I have chosen to put my heart and my vagina on the back burner. It's like, girl, and then when you had to pay the money to replace that tooth, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we got to be more careful, okay? This is the one thing that is kind of the common thread between a lot of these women. These women just sit around and damn lie to themselves about so much. It's like they tell themselves these stories and they actually believe it. And they conduct themselves in a manner where they think that people owe them some sort of consideration because we're not going with the program of the lies and the foolishness. But we see right through it because, honey, some of us have been there. Some of us have done that. Some of us have been there and done that. Or some of us, luckily, were spared having to even endure that foolishness because they just came out, their testimony will come through doing something else. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I got stuff I need to take care of, work to get done, and all of the things. But yeah, hopefully have a great day. This is a developing story. We already know. Strong Mommy Chrissy, girl, she said it was the worst, but the best. Sometimes you want to just throw it all in the trash, but things are still going her way. She gets some extra time to probably move out these people's house and try to find a place to live with 9 children, still in the clutches of what we know is called C-19 and a pandemic. So if you have any, if you would like to send some not some Jasmine style, but just some positivity in her direction. I'm not asking for, girl, at the end of the day, I do wish her the best. But at the end of the day, it falls squarely upon her shoulders. I mean, honestly, and I've said this for years, I can't hope for best or want better for someone than they want for themselves. If this is an option on how to manage yourself and your finances, who am I? Who am I to tell this woman what to do? Okay. Who am I? I'm just a witness out here on these YouTube streets that does commentary on the fuck shit and foolishness. And I'm telling some of you out here that don't know any better, don't let this be you. Don't let this be you. It's not cute. And it's nothing that you want to have any parts of. And it's trash. It's trash momming. And if you don't like it, that's okay. This message is not for you. And maybe and that's it. And that's all. So anyway, guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day because I am. I'll see you later.
Freaky, I can learn a lot from you, gotta come teach me. You a little hot girl, you a little sweet too. Sweet like Kelly, sweet like peach. I can tell you crazy, she crazy. Seen it on the plan, trying to see that shit. I know I get her, cause I like that. Lock it down, I can tell by how you seen how you did, homeboy, so please take it. Good to have me on your side, I ain't saying that you this guy's trouble, but I ain't hey. No, seen how you did, homeboy, please take it easy on me. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. I don't wanna play no games, play no games.
Welcome to Love, Lies, and Lacefronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notifications so you can be notified every time I go live.